What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. We are approaching the weekend, and it's great to be live streaming with you all. So we're going to get straight into this one, looking at the Ethereum price. Whether you're watching this now or later, this is going to be most relevant for what's going on for the rest of today, and of course, going into next weekend. So if everybody could smash the like button, that really helps when you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe for future videos. And let's get into it. So we're talking about the Ethereum price, and I'm starting things off here. Just on this daily chart is the best way to see where we're at, see where things are going. Now, you can see that we're in this trading range. Now, the trading range, the support is down at $877. Resistance is ultimately at $2,000. And although that we've been on this nice pump, you could, we started from the bottom in June, but more locally speaking, in November, we created this kind of double bottom pattern, and we've been rallying since, creating these higher lows, higher high situations. And obviously, that's exactly what you want to see in terms of bullish momentum. However, we have hit this kind of consolidation, and the resistance is coming in at these two levels, 1680 to $1,700. This is a key level in terms of resistance. So in terms of where we can go beyond this resistance, we need to look at the bigger range, and the bigger range is giving us resistance up to $2,000. But before we can talk about breaking that level, of course, we need to break well above $1,700. Now, we are creating somewhat of a bull flag. A lot of people would call that textbook bull flag pattern. And yeah, it is a bull flag, but these things don't always work out as intended. By the way, guys, if you're joining the live chat just now talking about Ethereum, could you leave a comment down below? Let us know that you're here and that you're here and you're joined. That would be great. I'm going to be doing more of these live streams. And yeah, it's great to be doing this with you. So let's look at this together in terms of some more key levels. So we've obviously got this parallel channel, and we have a more local parallel channel. So let's look at that. In fact, if we go in to this one here, you can see, not this one, sorry guys, this one, you can see that by looking at the 4-hour chart, we're actually forming more so of this range, a more local range. So the support of this range here, guys, is looking support wise at $1,500, $1,510. Resistance is the same. So what we may see is a break. You have to be very careful here, guys, when trading this, because although there's this bull flag forming, we do have this horizontal or rectangular range that we're trading in right now. So let's talk about some other key levels here for the Ethereum price, because it's very tricky to trade this right now. For example, if we get rid of this parallel channel, let's clear this chart up. I'm going to show you what I'm actually expecting sort of in the midterm here. So let's go into the daily chart. And on this daily here, what we're currently seeing from the major trend lines is the following. So again, you have this resistance where we're trading into. Now, I think it's fair to say there's a lot of resistance. You also have this resistance as well. Look at these key levels. Let's look at this on the weekly chart. For example, you have the bear market resistance coming in, which we nearly tapped. You have this line of previous resistance going back all the way from May 2021. So a lot of resistance we're trading into right now for the Ethereum price. Let's look as well where the 200-week moving average is. So the 200-week moving average on Ethereum is actually slightly beneath us. So think of that as a support level. It's about $1,390. And in terms of the other thing I wanted to show you is the 200-day moving average. So that's the 200-week. The 200-day moving average is roughly, it's a little bit higher than the 200-day, the 200-week. That's currently coming in at $1,430. So we do definitely have support, and we definitely have broken those levels, which is pretty significant if you ask me. Let's take a look at where the key price levels are. So the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, and that will give us a better understanding of basically further resistance and support of where we're currently trading at. So monthly levels are looking as follows. So the monthly support is all the way back down at about $1,050. The resistance is all the way down, is above us, like I mentioned. Everything basically in terms of resistance is where we're trading into at about $1,700. I'm really hesitant to trade to the upside on Ethereum until we've created a new candle outside of sort of $1,690, $1,700. It could be the case that we form this nice head and shoulders pattern. Perhaps I am looking to retest some support, probably in the region, like I said, of the 200 week or the 200-day moving average, maybe a little bit lower, maybe down to about $1,300 before the next move. That's probably the most likely situation we will see. And then if you look at the bigger time frames, like if you go into the weekly chart here, I mean, get rid of that 200-day, we'll remove the monthly. Well, let's quickly actually look at the daily and the weekly levels. So we've got weekly levels as follows. Let's see if these are up to date. So you could say actually we can slightly alter that. The weekly level. So this isn't a new weekly close, but we have wicked through it. So it's not really relevant anymore. It may be the case that we create a new resistance there. But yeah, in terms of support, that's not really relevant anymore. It would come here. And you could still say that one's relevant as we haven't wicked through it. And then we don't have a weekly level until this level here in terms of resistance. So they're the weekly levels. Put that into there. Monthly is more up to date because I just did that. So monthly, you can see, yeah, where we're currently trading. That's the trading range for the monthly. The key thing to note, really, in terms of for the people that think, are we back in bull market territory? Well, it's very hard to say we're in bull market territory yet because we still haven't broken, in my opinion, the most important previous level of support and resistance that kind of takes you through this level. You can see we created this massive head and shoulders pattern, albeit in terms of a technical target, you could say that we actually came down and met that target. So maybe we have bottomed out for the Ethereum price. But if you want to talk about bottoming out like from previous cycles, I mean, look at the last bull top to bear market bottom where the correction was, in terms of percentage, 94%. This time around, in terms of the top to the bottom, we went down as much as 81, maybe 82%. So it's not what you would expect from a typical bull market top to a bear market bottom. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you think we've bottomed out. Not sure if you would agree, or maybe you wouldn't agree, maybe you would agree. I don't know, but let me know down below in the chat. So in terms of smashing the like button, because we all need to do that if you're new to the stream, that's much appreciated. What I want to look at actually is this. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. So this is basically Bitcoin priced in Ethereum. Sorry, Ethereum priced in Bitcoin. And I think this is a really interesting chart. It shows that Ethereum is becoming more expensive in Bitcoin as time goes on. And what I find really interesting about this chart, every time we've been at the bottom of a bear market, so you can see around this point here, 2015, 2016, this was the bottom of that bear market. Then we had 2018 and 19 bottom of the bear market. It shows that every time we were at the bottom of the bear market, it was a good time to buy Ethereum using Bitcoin, i.e. Ethereum is becoming a lot more expensive. Now we have this consolidating range. We also have this head and shoulders pattern. And in my opinion, and the technicals are telling us that Ethereum is due for a massive breakout, basically. We are expecting a massive breakout in the Ethereum price very, very soon as the bull market progresses, whether that's in 12 months, maybe 6 months, or maybe we're at the start of it now. I am expecting Ethereum to be far more valuable in terms of Bitcoin than it is now. I mean, you could look at this head and shoulders pattern, something like that. You can do a measured move through this period of time, and that gives you an initial target, taking us in percentage terms for Ethereum to get 65% more expensive in Bitcoin terms. You also have, of course, this huge consolidation. You could do the widest part, do a breakout from there, and it even takes you further, meaning that it's going to take 0.15 of a Bitcoin almost to buy one Ethereum. At the moment, you can buy one Ethereum just with 0.6 or 0.7 of a Bitcoin in Ethereum to buy Ethereum. So yeah, it's far, it's in my opinion a great time to basically buy Ethereum right now with Bitcoin. Right, so that's that chart. Let's look at more of the macro as well. So what we have in front of us here, of course, affects all risk assets, all assets really, but particularly crypto risk assets. This is the 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓, DXY. What we've seen over the last few days is some support hold out in the last couple of weeks. Sorry, we're holding out at this level of support of 102 on the DXY. Basically, when the dollar is falling, risk assets can pump. But as things stand right now, we are seeing some support. The SPY or the SPX S&P 500 is actually, for the first time in over a year, breaking to the upside out of this falling wedge. Now, it is clear that on the daily chart, we've created a few moves to the upside, but I'm actually watching this range. I'm watching this horizontal range until we've broken comfortably above 4,100 points or $4,100, however you want to look at it. I'm remaining cautious simply because it could be a fake out, basically. So leave your comments in the chat. Do you think on the SPY it's a fake out or not? Because to me, it's not been too convincing yet. I'm remaining, let's say, a little bit skeptical when it comes to that. So I'm just being a little bit careful there. Now, in terms, you can check my tweets, guys. If you're not following me on Twitter, do follow me on Twitter when I'm not posting here on YouTube at Marzell Trading. I'm posting analysis there and all kinds of other things. So yeah, you can see my recent tweet. Everybody in the chat, if you could actually retweet this, that would really help get more people into the space. I'm going to be doing these daily live shows. I want to do more live streaming. I think it's good for the community and good for following crypto as well. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin as well. This was more about Ethereum, but yeah, let's take a look at where Bitcoin is currently in the charts. So what we're currently seeing here is this big channel play out for the Bitcoin price. We've been trading in this range since sort of May, June of last year. We do have some more local levels, of course. The more local level, we can go straight into the 4-hour here, and you can see that we're trading between a support of $20,700 and a resistance of $23,350. I was actually watching this parallel channel move up from this big pump that we've had. Now, what you'll notice is we've certainly broken this trend, this upward trend. We've seen confirmation of that. I believe on the daily, we've had one daily candle close. Will we see another daily close outside of this range? Of course, that's pretty bearish for the Bitcoin price. Well, let's see if there's been any volume. That's really what you want to see in terms of if we are looking likely to break down. So there's not much volume. So for me, this is possibly a fake out to the bottom. Excuse me, guys. So still fighting this weird cold. It's not good, not good. But yeah, for me, I'm still seeing this traded range here. And actually, there is still this support level at $22,500 that's holding up pretty nicely. You can see how well that support level's been respected. So this is kind of the local range that we're trading in. if for anyone that's looking for scalp trading right now, support 22.5, resistance up at sort of 23.5, so about $1,000 range. In terms of a percentage, you're looking at about 4.5–5%. Guys, links all in the video description down below. If you want to trade on Bybit or BitGet, I've got huge bonuses down below as well. Also, what I would say is if you are trading on Bybit already, or even if you're not, join our free competition, guys. There's a link in the chat. It's the pinned comment at the chat for the Marzell trading competition. And basically, guys, we're giving away a brand new iPhone 14, AirPods, Ultra smartwatch. Join us and you can sort of compete. It's just based on the best P&L. All you need to do is create a Bybit account, deposit at least 500 USDT or equivalent in crypto, and you can join this free competition. We've got 30 days left. 5 prizes, the new iPad, new iPhone, the AirPods, the new Apple Ultra Watch, and some USDT there. So join us in that chat, guys. In the markets today, S&P 500 opens lower on Friday. We can see, let's have a look at the US market. S&P 500 slightly down, NASDAQ slightly down. So just being very, very cautious there. But yeah, looking at S&P 500, it's with this range. And until we break, like I said, 4,100, I wouldn't be getting too excited in terms of next bigger price action, price movements for the Bitcoin price. All eyes, however, guys, I would say next week, we've got the big announcement coming up next 7 days. If we filter it by the states, what we can see on February 1st, let's find it here together. How do we get rid of this? Next 7 days. Yeah, we're looking at the Fed rate decision. That's going to be the big one, guys. This is where they basically talk about the rate hike. If it's going to be 25 basis points, 0.25%, that is going to be bullish for markets. If it's anything higher than that, it's going to be very bearish because it's going to be more fear of kind of rate hikes and, you know, not good for risk assets. So we're waiting. There's probably not going to be loads of volatility until we see that. And that is going to be 7 p.m. That's my time, 7 p.m. GMT, or right now, this time, Eastern Standard Time, so 2 o'clock. So yeah, that's going to be the big one. And then the day after, we have the BOE, the Bank of England interest rate decision. That's also going to have some importance, but nowhere near as much importance as the US Fed rate decision. So be very, very wary of that. Let's look at some key indicators for Ethereum, like, for example, the relative strength index. So on the monthly, we are now critical point because we're coming into the moving average on the RSI. Although the RSI is certainly kind of in the middle, we are coming into resistance. If you look at it on the weekly, we're quite a way above the average. If you look at the lower time frames, we are still quite overbought, you may say. Certainly on the daily chart. If you look at like the smaller time frames, like the 4 hour, we're now coming back into the mid range there. So yeah, nothing crazy. Let's look at some of the moving averages as well for the Ethereum price on this daily chart. If we look at the EMA moving average ribbon, so on the daily, we're currently supported here. That's good to see. On the weekly, we're sort of below this light orange level, which is the, I believe that is the 100-day moving average, I guess. So we're below it on there. On the monthly, we're sort of in between. We're very much in between. We're very much sideways. The momentum isn't shifting really one way or another on the short term. So really all eyes next week, 1st of February. That is going to be the big decision point, guys, for many different markets. So in terms of trading before then, just be very, very cautious. Take great care in your trading basically until then. Like I said, guys, when I'm not on YouTube, I'm posting on Twitter at Marzell Trading. You can follow me there. And I'm going to be doing, this is my first real proper live stream. I'm going to be doing them daily. I'm going to be much more prepared for the future ones. I'm going to have all kinds of crazy charts to show you, like the Bitcoin dominance. And we can look at the altcoins as well. Like just to show you, for example, if I go into the altcoin markets here, something very interesting to see is the looking at altcoins excluding Bitcoin. So let me try and find that one for you. We can just do it on here. So basically the chart you're looking for here is top. Trying to find it. Yeah, so next time, guys, I will become much more prepared, much more charts, much more different things I can show you. But yeah, as a first stream, I just wanted to let you guys know I will be live streaming. And yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. But yeah, join me for the next one. It's going to be even more informative. If you haven't already, please smash the like button. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.